So, hi guys, we are having Pawandeep call. Basically, she started her career in 2021 and she has done engineering and she has mentored 500 students and they have secured the jobs at top companies like Microsoft and Google. So, she's also expert in B2B high ticket sales because sales is very toughest job and she has done a sale that's a hats off to her. And she's currently now working with the USA real estate executive on tech integration. So, and she's passionate about providing a high impact to the people, and she's encouraging growth among the people whom she trains. So, over to you, Pavan.
With the demands of the job. That's one. Second is the mindset. So, are you willing to learn? Are you a culture fit? Are you a team player? Do you know how to communicate? Your strengths and whatever you've gained throughout that. And the third one is your willingness to learn. So, do you have a vision to grow in that particular job you're aiming for? So, these are three things that an interviewer or a company keeps in mind while hiring candidates.
Told me that you gave the example of data science skills set basically. So the students who are there, currently there in college, okay, they have especially I think so now I think so non engineering students are also getting data analytics and data science jobs basically. So they are there. Basically, humanities, commerce students are there in college for 3 years. Is it 3 years or 4 years? I don't know. Currently now the
BCom is I believe for 3 years.
yeah. But now someone is saying it's became 4 years. I don't know. Okay, and coming to the engineering, they are having the 4 years. So they should be focused on learning the skills and the project.
Skills, yes, the technical skills, and to justify their grasp on those technical skills, they
Hmm.
should have hands-on projects, practical implementation of those
Yeah, yeah,
technical skills, or a certification.
yeah. Basically, project is there. I think so. YouTube is a great example of doing the projects.
Yes,
So basically, if you are a real estate, so if I want to give an interview to your company, so I need to have a real estate project as an experience.
yes, exactly. So you should, if not entirely into the real estate, the softwares which are being used in my company, you should be well versed.
Okay, and basically, when I'm gonna sit for an interview during your, so we need to have a great grasp about the job description. We need to read the job description very carefully.
Yeah, you need to read the job description very carefully.
Yeah.
Secondly, now these days there are many tools. We have Chat GPT, so you need to copy that job description into Chat GPT. Look for the keywords and then stack those keywords into your resume, highlighting the experiences that align with that job description you're aiming for. That makes it easier for your resume or CV to get shortlisted during the ATS integration.
Okay, so basically, I need to. ATS is very important. Can you just give a what is a description about the ATS?
ATS is basically a software which is being used by companies. Let me just get ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's basically using this is a software and algorithm wherein company stacks your CVs. Like it's not practically possible to HR to go through 1,000, 2,000 CVs they are receiving every day. So
Yeah.
based on the job description, they entered all those data, all those CVs data into the ATS, and
Mm.
the ATS goes through the job description, aligns it with the candidate's resume, the content in the resume, and then it shortlists based on that. So,
Okay.
yeah, in this software thing, it's very important to hack the ATS, hence align the keywords with job description so that your CV gets short.
Okay, so basically, I think so. ATS word has become popular from the last 2 years or 3 years because we have never heard about ATS before that.
Yeah, I guess it's been popular for about 5 to 6 years now.
Hmm.
Since there's a boom in engineering careers, people
Hmm.
are getting to know about and these high-paying jobs in the field,
Hmm.
and as there are more number of candidates rooting towards the private companies, that's how the ATS is becoming popular. And of course, we can't neglect the population of India as well.
Yeah, yeah. And what is your take that helps you to understand the candidate's potential?
Candidates' potential um, is narrowed down to their mindset and
Hmm.
how well they are aligned with the vision. Do they have an optimistic mindset, and are they willing to learn and take the extra step to achieve their vision as well as the company's vision? So that's how, for example, to actually get to know the candidate's potential, it's always nice to ask questions from their past experience. For example, tell me a time you volunteered for a project, or tell me a time when you handled a problem. So that gets you in a place where you can easily gauge if the candidate is from a good problem solving background. Does he have that mindset, or he's just bragging?
Basically, we have here two questions, okay, which is very difficult. Okay, we see it's very easy. The one question is, tell me about yourself. What is the approach we need to follow? Just in 2 3 points.
So you exactly, that's the right point. You said that in 2 3 lines, you don't want to bore the interviewer. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to tell them your entire story. So tell me about yourself should be like an elevator pitch, wherein within 30 to 45 seconds you
Mhm.
cover your entire story, and it should be in a storytelling way. It should connect the dots. For example, if I talk about myself, if I were to answer this question, I would be like, my full name is Pawandeep Kaur. So generally, like the interviewer has your CV with him, right? Your name is displayed there, and when they okay, tell me about yourself. So is it practical to tell your name because they already know it? But if we don't tell our name, then our introduction is going to be incomplete. So it's good to tell your name, and using a smart hack here is saying my full name. My full name is Pawandeep Kaur. I'm an engineering graduate. I hail from Firozpur, Punjab. So I started my career journey in 2018 with few internships in business development, and throughout the time I started upskilling myself in different communication skills, interpersonal skills, and I have a knack for problem solving skills as well. So I enhanced myself, done some certifications, and herein I have landed this job um, at my current company. So my role here includes this. Other than that, my skills include I am good at decision making, I'm good at strategic planning, and I'm also currently learning about training and development. So I feel this makes me the right candidate for it. So it's very, very important to align certain parts of your past experience to the company, the profile you're sitting for. So
Okay.
it makes your job easier as well as the interviewer's job easier.
Okay. So you gave a great answer. I think so. The people who are watching who needs to sit for a job interview, I think so. Now college placement season is gonna happen during. I think so in MBA. I don't know about the engineering. Engineering when it happens, the placement season.
It basically starts in when students are in third year. So this is going
I
to
think so.
be
It starts from August. I think so. July, August.
July. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's coming. So we need to prepare. So just follow these tips and all. Okay. Second is the most difficult question is that mention me your strength and the weakness.
Yes, that is indeed a difficult question, but only if you don't have time to sit with yourself and note down, analyze yourself. So this strengths and weakness part, this is associated with a topic that we generally teach in training students during placement. That's SWOT analysis.
Hmm.
So SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So, here in talking about strengths, the very first part one needs to know is that what he or she is good at. One, second, what makes him or her stand out among other candidates. So, you need to list down the skills which both technical and, as I earlier said, that if you're listing down your technical skills, you must know how to justify them using your projects or certification. And then it's also equally important to list down your interpersonal skills, your soft skills, because after all, you're going to be working with people in the environment. So, listing down strengths which makes you a fit for the market is really important. You can't just keep on listing vague skills. I am good at calligraphy, but that has nothing to do with your job market
Yeah.
placement. So you need to be very, very specific and very, very strategic when listing down your strengths. This can be, you can ask your peers, your parents, your teachers about what do you think your strengths are. Or you can just look at your past achievements that if you have, you know, been awarded in any technical project, you have been to hackathons, or what things you enjoy. That are what your strengths are. And coming to weaknesses, Mm, here, I feel there needs to be two parts of it. One, currently, when you're studying, this is basically for students who are in college, that if you're studying, you need to be very, very honest and then you need to frame your weaknesses.
Okay.
But when sitting for an interview, you don't want to say something that the interviewer finds it hard to, find you a fit for the role.
Okay. Okay. Can you just share me your time? Share those things when candidate perfectly matched your company's value and how they matched it. Any experience?
Sure. So, I had one student of mine. She is currently placed in Microsoft.
Oh,
So, it was in her third year, first semester. I was mentoring her. So she was at top of her class in engineering. She had around 9.5 CGPA. So one, her academics were really strong. She had relevant projects and certifications. She has done. She did a certificate from Google itself, and then she was in a community of women coders as well on LinkedIn. She has had an up-to-date LinkedIn profile. Also, her interview skills. I mean, her interpersonal skills, the way she communicated, her SWOT analysis, her goal setting was all on top. So therein, and most importantly, behavioral skills. So she was able to justify her technical skills. She was able to communicate what she had achieved over the part, and third, she had a plan for the future. So the outcome is she's currently placed in Microsoft.
okay. So basically, actually, I was just hearing one of my friends. So she was saying that I was just neglected because my technical interview went very bad. Okay, because she is also an engineer, but she told me that a technical interview went it very bad. So how we can make our technical interview strong, especially it comes to any other fields?
So, coming to technical interview, what I have heard from my fellow teachers who taught the coding language is that your basics should be really, really strong.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
whenever in a technical interview, the interviewer asks you questions, there main agenda is also to gauge if you have the basic knowledge. So it's always possible to, narrow down the question they have asked to the basics of the concept. So
Yeah, yeah.
whenever a technical question is asked, you start with the basics. So, and don't, hold back to communicate with the interview.
O-
Whenever a question is asked, you can just, honestly communicate that this is what I understand from the question. These are the basics that I have in mind. And now let me just make a strategy on how to, uh, achieve an outcome out of this.
Okay, so basically, I think so. YouTube have ton of interview questions. So I was just watching YouTube videos. I just saw there were ton of SQL interview questions. There are lead code also. I think so. Lead code is there. Ton of
Yeah,
yeah. So you can we can practice.
chef, lead code, and yeah, you can go on Udemy, you can go on Coursera, you can, join communities on Discord. There
Yeah,
are
yeah.
Telegram channels as well.
Telegram is also there. I think so. We can solve that ton of questions uploaded. I think so. Solution is also there. And if we go to YouTube, there are ton of videos which is available related to SQL, then Python and all.
Correct. Yeah. And as we talk about this, one thing I have in mind is it is also if you're like being selected, being called for an interview, let's say technical or otherwise, it's always good to reach out, the employees of that particular organization on
Yeah,
LinkedIn and just say them, okay, I have my interview tomorrow. Do you have any suggestions for me? There are always people willing to help you out. So
yeah.
if you want to achieve something, there are people out there who have already done that. So it's always good to ask for help.
So you just mentioned one of your experience that your one of your student, she was great and very, she was great when it comes to academic. So does academic matters?
Well, if we talk about placements and the job scenario, there is a certain criteria. If we're going to sit for A-list companies, your CGPA should be around 7.5. So that is the minimum criteria. So in that case, academics does matter. And if you are really, taking that extra mile and doing projects and certifications, it's easy for you to gain that sort of CGPA in your academics. That's very basic. And
Okay,
apart from that, having a good score on paper obviously gives you an edge over other candidates. However, if we take the vice versa, that your academics are not good, but you are good at technical skills for XY reasons, so XYZ reasons, you were not able to perform well. That could be the scenario, but in that case, you need to be very mm, strong focus on how are you going to answer this question whenever you're going to be asked why are your academics up. So you need to have a good plan in mind that how are you going to answer that, because definitely the interviewer is going to catch that up.
okay. So basically, coming. So you have been in the job for past 4 years. Okay. So I just want to ask you that what are those skills that are there in demand, and the student who is there in first year or second year should prepare for it.
Computer literacy, first
Yeah,
of all, and then being well versed with the current trends in the market. As currently the AI is booming, then
yeah.
now we have agentic AI. So you should be
Generative AI. Yeah,
generative AI, and now
yeah.
there's agentic AI too that can help you make websites and help with your marketing as well. So those sorts of you should be like mm, top notch in that. Then you should be um, a cultural fit in corporate. So you should perceive life in a strategic manner.
Hmm.
Strategic planning, strategic thinking is one skill. Communication skills, of course. So when I talk about communication skills, it's not that fancy English. It's just how fluent you are. What's your intonation and that accent, that correct pronunciation. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, AI is booming a lot. I think so. I was just watching some. I was just seeing in the LinkedIn or there in Naukri that generative AI is having a huge salary. It was around 44 lakhs, 50 lakhs, and for fresher it's 10 lakhs.
Exactly. So generative AI is definitely the future, and people might think that AI is, taking jobs, but it's only taking
Not,
jobs if the people are not efficient enough. So
yeah, yeah.
AI ultimately is going to help us be more efficient, help us humans be more efficient. So we should know how to work with it. We should know how to use that to our advantage. And as we were talking about skills, one major skill I feel is networking.
Yeah, networking matters. And it can be done in a properly way through LinkedIn. And
LinkedIn, yes.
yeah, yeah.
And in your workplace, you should also know who to have good relationships with, so that if you want to climb up the ladder, you should be good in good terms with the manager.
Yeah, yeah. So just a before question, I asked you that academic matters. So see, there are top three tier colleges. Top one, I've never been in top one tier colleges. Okay, but I've seen my own experience in top two tier colleges or three tier colleges. What happened? That teacher doesn't teach so much. They say that you should be doing on your own. We won't spoon feed you. So and the students are basically confused. Okay, so at the first day they are being told that you will get a lot of experience, you will be getting a lot of insights, we are gonna help you to land a job interview. When it comes to placement season, okay, they are saying that why you are not so much prepared about it, why you're not so ready. So teachers, what they do in first year, they just focus on academics. Okay, I know that academic is also important, but the preparation for the job is not done from the first year onwards, first, second, and when the students sit for the jobs, they're totally confused. So what should we do?
So here, I am not going to blame the teachers.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
not blaming the teachers, but these are the things
I
we.
understand where you're coming from. I totally get it. See, so here the answer is going to be very simple. So as soon as a person steps into the first semester, he should be very, very clear about where he or she is going. So they should have a proper goal plan in mind, that okay, by the end of third semester or my third year, I'm going to land a placement, and in this domain. So in the first semester itself, they're going to sit down and make a goal checklist for themselves. What um, job they're aiming for, then what projects or certifications are required for them, how are they going to take it forward in every semester. That's what they need to do, because it's practically not possible for teachers to guide all thousands of students, right? So in fact, students on their part should also be taking extra steps. They can go and ask teacher for help, that okay, and they can go reach out to the placement cell itself, that what have been the ratio in the past, and can I connect with the people who have already been placed from the campus. So this all is the curiosity that lies within the students. So they should be very, very clear about it. And these days, as I already told, we have chat GPT, we have many resources. So it's just, you need to put in, what do I need to become a data scientist? What do I need to become a project manager? And the checklist is going to be in front of you.
But I think so. Chat GPT is also important, but we should be asked, as you mentioned, that networking also help us.
Exactly. So get in touch with students from your colleges who have already
Yeah.
been placed. Get in touch with teachers from placement cell. Get in touch with the technical teachers who are directly associated with the placement, right? That okay, what kind of questions are they asking? Network with your seniors who are currently sitting for placement. Ask them what their experience like.
Okay. So there are ton of people who, whenever we do the client management or basically, so they ask us what is the purpose. What do we want from our life? Okay, these are the questions being asked by the HR also, I think so.
Exactly. So if you're sitting in an interview and you want that job really bad, so you want to answer that question in terms of that, okay, I see myself, my vision is that I am very, very passionate about the role I'm sitting for. But otherwise, off track, if I answer this question, so there is a Venn diagram we use
Okay.
to figure out what our purpose is. Purpose is basically something you feel good doing, and then you also generate a revenue out. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a Venn diagram. The first circle says what I am good at. The second circle says that what I enjoy doing, and the third circle says what can help me make money. So all the three circles coincide, and that little part in between is what your purpose is.
Okay, so when we are doing a networking, so basically I'm doing a networking with you. So people are currently confused to what question they should ask you. Okay, what is the approach to the networking? Because when I reached out to you to the LinkedIn, so what question should be I asking to you?
So your approach to networking was
Means for
more
a job interview, basically.
for a job interview. You
Yeah, yeah.
just, I mean, if you're asking for referral or
No,
just
not for referral. So just basically you told me that tomorrow I'm having an interview. So we can just ask this question just one month before. So we will get to know what types of questions can be asked.
exactly. So, in this case, you don't wanna reach out to your direct interviewer,
Yeah, yeah.
but if you want to, you can just say a simple hi, ma'am. It's nice connecting with you. I have my interview with you tomorrow. I'm really excited. That's all. And if the conversation continues, then you can, ask, do you have any suggestions for me before the interview? But if like you can basically get the vibe from the reply you get. This is what
Okay.
I'm talking about, the direct interview. But if I'm talking about networking with the employees, just be honest and be open, and don't write a paragraph of 100 to don't write a paragraph of 500,000 words. Just keep it simple and precise. That, okay, hi, I went through your LinkedIn profile and I see you are working with this company as this position. So I want to tell you that I'm sitting for the interviews. I'm really passionate about the work this company is doing. So can you help me? How can I, you know, have a good impression in the interview tomorrow? Whatever it is. That. Just
Okay.
be honest, be open, be precise, and you don't want to bother them again.
Okay. So basically, we are reading a lot about the layoff. We are hearing from our relative. Okay, that there's a layoff happening. Recession is coming. So what is your take on this?
Layoffs are indeed happening. Most of companies are, thinking, taking a step back to analyze where they are at and where they are planning to put their resources into further. So that's the actual reason of layoffs. It's not about that people are not good at their jobs or, you know, AI, as we're hearing about it. That's not the reason. It's just the market scenario is changing and companies are analyzing that.
So what should we do? Basically, if we have a so if we are afraid of layoff, basically.
So I think in that case, be extraordinarily good at your job that
Hmm.
you are irreplaceable.
Okay.
That somehow company needs you. It's when I talk about being extraordinary good at your job, that means doing your job and then also doing something extra that makes you an asset for the company.
O- Okay. So basically, so so today I'm having an interview with you. So how we can explain the past experiences?
past experiences. So, as we talked about the job description part, that
Yeah.
you should align your current your profile with the job description you're appearing for. So, you need to resonate your past experiences, take out bits and pieces that resonate with the current profile, and that's how you explain it. And if you have like skill set, you utilize certain skill set which is an mandate in the current profile you're interviewing for, don't be shy to just say it out loud.
Okay. So basically, we are so whenever we are mentioning the skill, in under skills, that is a problem solving skills, we know how to handle it. So how we can explain the problem solving skills to the interviewer? Basically, we are so we are going to tell that yes, I'm great in problem solving skill. So how we should approach to the people who's interviewing us for the job, decision
So,
making skills and all.
decision making skills, problem solving skills, there is a storytelling technique that
Okay.
is named STAR. So, STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. So, whenever you encounter such question, you need to be um, answering that in a storytelling way, so that it's not vague and you don't leave out bits and pieces. So, situation, explain the situation. That okay, once upon a time I was handling a team project and I was supervising a team of 4 people. So, this is a situation. The task was, so we were to deliver um, a website development project within a time frame of 2 weeks. So situation is done. This is the task you were, and we could say that one of my team members who was working on the graphics of the website fell ill and had to take 2 weeks of leave. So
Okay.
this is the situation. Your task was to deliver the project within the right timeline. Then comes A for action. What action did you take? So I immediately looked for interns who were in the capability of helping me with the graphics. I went through the marketing department, people with experiences. I directly went to HR to help me out with certain list of people who had the skill sets of my team member who was. So this is action you took. That
Okay.
explains that you did not panic when problem encountered, or you did not, you were resilient at that point of time. So this is the action I took. Then I interviewed those candidates, and finally we were able to get a proper full-time employee and an intern working on the project. And R stands for result. The result was we were able to deliver the project within the time frame, and the client was happy with us. This is how you explain the situation.
So as you told that storytelling is important because the actual when it comes to real life or in an interview, people connect more with storytelling.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Yeah,
let
yeah.
them imagine themselves into that scenario and then think about it.
Okay. So and whenever we are having a job interview, okay, and I'm just giving an introduction about myself. I'm gonna say my name is Pratyasha Banu. Okay, this is a basically okay. So again, I'm saying my name is Pratyasha Bhanu. So this is we are having a lack of confidence whenever I'm having an interview with you. So how should we remove those doubt and be in full confidence to handle these type of interview?
The very first thing you're going to do is take 3 deep breaths before you go into the interview. Drink a glass of water. That's some basic thing.
Okay.
Secondly, you need to have faith in yourself, that okay, you have done your part, you have made your CV, you have submitted it, you have been shortlisted, you have your entire graduation in the back and your past experiences. You have done your part. Now you should have faith in yourself that the opportunity is right for you. It will be. coming in your hands. If not, there are many other opportunities. You can always upskill yourself and aim much higher. So that, and no matter how lack of confidence you feel, always sit with your back straight and use hand gestures.
Yeah, yeah. That okay. And yes. So actually, when I was in my class, so there was lot of job rejection happened to me also, and other people also. There were people who are too emotionally sensitive. Okay, so they were crying out because they were getting rejected. So what to do if we are getting rejected after doing a job interview preparation and we are not getting selected in the placements and all?
Rejection is a part of life.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should be understanding that, but I feel like students who are in college or in school, that's hard for them to pop up with it because they are, they have maybe lack of experience. But if we talk about, the most inspiring people on the planet, if we talk about Elon Musk, if we talk about Jeff Bezos, if we
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about APJ Abdul Kalam. Everybody had to face rejection in their life at some point, but somehow they have made it and they've made it big. So, tackling rejection is having faith in the greater that, okay, if I'm being rejected today, if I'm falling down today, I'm going to get up.
yeah,
So,
yeah. And so why we cry after rejection? I've seen many people that they are seeing their friends getting placed, okay, and they don't like, they feel jealous, okay. Even I feel jealous, but I cannot just vent it out because I know that we are going to get a lot of things. This is not the end of our career, okay. So how we should handle and cope with the rejection and all?
well, I feel the very first question you should ask yourself when you're in this kind of position is that what do I get to learn from this? How can I improve myself? So if
Okay.
your friend is getting placed, just mm, sit down in a good headspace and think about it, that what he or she has done right, that you have done wrong. Then learn from that situation. And obviously analyze yourself that how am I going to do better than this? And then take your time. Everything takes time.
Yeah, everything takes
Give
time.
yourself time, upskill yourself, be a good person optimistically, be a good person mentally. And
And just block off those toxic people we see of. Even I used to feel this when I was 19 years, 18 years old. What happened whenever the people used to say me that you are not worthy enough, I used to think that yes, I'm not worthy enough. I used to curse myself. But now, after 2 to 3 years, now I realize that yeah, it's okay that people are gonna say you many things. It's you who gonna motivate yourself. You are gonna just make yourself a great person. Not them are going to make you a great person.
exactly, it's your mindset. How you perceive yourself is how people perceive you. And people, there are certain people who are always trying to let you down. So
Yeah,
the wall around you should be really strong, that you don't let that toxicity, that negativity hinder your
yeah.
positivity.
And the best thing is that we can read it daily, and your those people's thought won't affect you basically.
Exactly. If you are very much strong about your worthiness, if you have faith in yourself, then mm, people talking petty things won't affect you at all, because you'll understand that's their insecurities where they are coming from. It's not about you.
So basically, how we can stay away from those comparison trap. Basically, what happened when our friend gets selected, we just compare themselves. We just compare our with themselves. Sorry. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I understand that. I've been through something similar, and certainly it happens now as well. But if I talk about comparing yourself, one should be very, very strong about it, that everybody has their own journey. So make a goal sheet for yourself, and then take action towards it. And you know, if you're comparing yourself to other person, um, be a little bigger person and give love to them. Be happy for them. They're doing good, then you be happy for them.
Okay, and asking from your experience that how did you land your first job and what kind of preparation and research you have done?
So my first job, it was basically an internship. So
Yeah.
I am very much active on Quora and Pinterest, also YouTube. So from Quora, I came to know, like, I had no experience. I was in first year of my college, and I had no projects as such as well. We were just doing team projects at that time. So I came across one answer on Quora where they told that Internshala is a really good platform for students wherein they can earn, they can spend 2 to 3 hours of their day and they can earn for their pocket money. So that's how I downloaded the app and I made a CV. It was like 2 hours long process wherein I had to analyze myself. That was also the first time I made my CV. So, and then I uploaded it on Internshala. I had to apply to about like 50 internships, different internship openings. And then at last, I was able to interview for 4 or 5 of them. And finally, I was able to get this offer.
So what was your task basically? If you want to just if you just want to just mention it, you can just mention it over here also.
So, I mean, to land a job in the market, you don't have to rely on one particular platform. So if you are doing that, you had to apply to multiple openings. But in today's scenario, we have Naukri.com, we have Indeed, we have LinkedIn, but and we have companies' websites as well. So be mindful of applying to jobs. So answer, really look at the job description, really look at the company's portfolio. That do you really want to work there, or you're just applying for the sake of it. So go through all these things and you can set up a target for yourself that apply for, first of all, craft a really good resume that explains your entire history and your willingness to learn in your job role, and then apply for about ten jobs every day, but mindfully.
Okay, if someone makes mistake in an interview, how they can recover it quickly?
It's okay. I mean, making mistakes in interview is really common. So you don't stick to it. It's okay if you have made a mistake. It's okay. Don't just stick to it. Keep
Yeah.
going with the flow of the interview. And whenever you get a chance, like for example, let's take an example that again problem solving question. The interviewer has asked you when was tell me about the time you tackled a problem and you messed it up somehow. So, and now you're on the second or third question after it. So, what you do is um, you mention quickly that, so you relate that scenario when you were telling about the problem situation. That okay, at that point of time, I also used my these things. So you cover up for it in the further questions.
Okay. So basically, now what happened? Whenever there's a HR round, okay. So we have talked about the technical round. HR round, there's one question that has been asked that if you get two offer, one offer is with another company and one offer is with our company, how we should handle that question, that type of question?
Okay, so you're going to be like, I have gone through your current company's profile and I really like XYZ. List around 2 to 3 things about that company that I really like this thing about this company. I really like the current project I've seen on LinkedIn you're working on. And on your website, I also see there is an upcoming project. in which you're going to launch this app. So I am very passionate about these fields. Hence, my priority is to be working for this company. However, if things go south, I will consider that.
Okay, so now what happened? Now we have cleared the technical round, HR round. So how we can negotiate for the salary, basically?
Negotiating for the salary has to be very, very um, strategic, but also honest at the same time. I mean, you can say that as per market standards and the investment I've done of my time into upskilling myself, doing certain certifications and working on certain projects, participating in hackathon and looking at my lead code chef rank as well. I feel this amount of salary and always give a range that okay, around 22 to 23 LPA is what I'm aiming for.
Okay, and so we are, yeah, just carry on. Yeah.
And also, just in case it's not in your favor, you can always add your personal experiences also. From a personal point of view, I think like I'm the eldest one in the family, and I really want to contribute to the savings of my family, uh, helping my younger ones get a better education. So, and also the living expenses in the tier one cities like Bangalore and Pune are quite high. So I think this amount of salary would do justice. So negotiate, keep a room open that you have something to say. At least try negotiating in two terms.
Okay, and if there is a career gap in our resume, what to do?
If there's a career gap, I think you should cover up using certifications and projects in the time. But if the problem is really serious, you can be honest. And you can also, while being honest, it could be a health problem, it could be a family problem, it could be XYZ reasons. You can be honest about it, but at last, always tell the interviewer that, okay, I am back to hit the ground running now, and I'm very much motivated to start my journey. So you want to tell them that you are ready to make it happen for you.
Okay, basically, so we can take a you help of Coursera if we need to prepare for job preparation and all. What kind of questions gonna be asked?
So there are behavioral questions, there are situation-based questions, there are technical questions, and there are general personal questions based on your mindset. So
Okay,
you can just use AI tools. Now these days there are AI interview going on.
yeah, there is.
Yes,
I
so
don't know. I think so. There was. I think so. It was there on LinkedIn. There were. I think so. 10 tools which is gonna help you to fill the forms also, which is gonna help you to land a job also.
exactly. There are many resources available. So
Yeah,
even on Indeed, on Naukri.com, you can find AI interviews. So
yeah, and yeah, yeah. You can just carry on.
so you can just give as many as interview, make as many as interactions you need to.
So there's a Udemy is also there. You have free courses and paid courses regarding interview preparation and all.
Yeah, so Udemy courses are very much affordable. So you can
Hmm.
get a course for around 500 bucks. And I feel investing this much into your laptop.
That much is good. Yeah, and coming to the last, so how did your communication become so strong? And what did you work at? What worked for you basically?
So the answer is very fun actually. I have had my education from like a, an average school in Punjab. So our emphasis on the emphasis on English of my school was really strong at that point of time. So I kept on participating in speech competitions, and I also kept on, you know, like doing certain fun activities like group discussion, debates, and all. But at that point of time, if I were to, you know, give myself marks out of 10, I would give myself 3 or 4 in communication. So it was in my 12th standard, while before going to college, I realized that I really need to level up my communication skills because I'm going to be, studying among people from different segments of India. So I started watching, these series and English movies, Hollywood movies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and I also started reading books. I took it slow though. So I was more focused on watching movies with subtitles. And one exercise I did was I took on this notebook and pen that was specifically dedicated to, the new words I was learning. So using subtitles whenever was a new word or whenever there was a good dialogue, I used to write it. So that's
yeah,
one. And
yeah.
yes, please.
And so you told me that you love reading books. So fiction is very important. So you told me that problem solving matters when it's gonna be used storytelling.
Exactly, yeah.
So fiction totally matters. Fiction or non-fiction, because some everyone says in that in non-fiction you don't have a story. You have a story.
In non-fiction, actually, there are many stories,
Yeah, yeah,
and that too from real life. My favorite book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and it has
yeah,
many stories in it.
yeah. And now I'm also reading about the Almanac of Naval Ravikant.
What's that about?
It's I'm just started. It's about the investing, how you should build a wealth and all. That's totally a great book.
Okay. My goals for 2025 are increasing my financial literacy, but
Yeah,
for now, I was just working on my mindset, and I'm very much into spiritual things.
yeah, yeah,
And even currently, if we talk about communication in my phone, I have these apps which are, vocabulary related. So every day they send me two new words, and I ensure to use those words in the conversation so that it retains in my. And I've also started watching series or movies now from other regions, like from Dubai, let's say, or from France.
yeah. There's one series that is available on Netflix regarding Dubai only.
Dubai Blanket, as I
I'm
guess.
not.
It's just like yeah, I've started watching classics from
These are
1960s.
very important.
So it gives you that a taste of accent, and also it explains about the mindset of how the people are working.
Yeah, the Suits is very good. I've just watched two seasons. It's amazing. And I've heard about The Office. I've not watched it. I've not started, but Suit is amazing. I love Suits.
Suits, I've watched it twice.
Oh, that's great.
And talking with The Office, I just watched one episode, that too half, and I was not very convinced.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, the lack of time is there. So that's why.
Exactly. Yeah, right. And have you watched Friends?
No,
You should watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, yeah.
And please
So,
do that exercise. As I told you, you're going to love many dialogues out of it. And it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
fun.
So basically, so you told that watching movies and series helps to increase your brain power and your communication power and accent power.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we see a great impact on the pronunciation also.
Totally.
That
It's more about, how you say it, the intonation, the intention behind what you are saying, and
mm,
how do I put it? The fluency,
yeah,
the
fluency.
ups
It
and
totally.
downs, the flow, that
Yeah, yeah. Watching books, watching movies, reading books totally matters.
it does indeed.
And yeah, basically, whenever I read it in the front of laptop, I can't now because it totally affects my eyes also.
You can try wearing those clear glasses so that
Yeah,
you.
but I now am switching to books because see, eyes is gonna create a. It's gonna be a painful for you. Not now, but after 5 years or 10 years.
I understand, yeah. In fact,
Yeah,
the real essence of reading a book is in the physical book itself. That
yeah,
is,
yeah,
and
yeah,
also I feel during communication, one must let go of the fear of being judged. If
yeah,
we
yeah,
have fear that okay, we're going to speak in English, what is the if we go somewhere we go wrong, what is the other person going to think? We should let that fear go because nobody is perfect. Here and there, everybody stutters. So it's okay.
yeah, yeah. Basically, when I'm calling clients, they how the clients have talked to them in Hindi because Hindi they prefer Hindis only,
Okay. Your
especially in
skills, I mean, your communication skills are just fine. You need just a little bit of tweaks here and there. So do I, but I feel it perfectly.
yeah, yeah. Now, basically, now I cannot. What happened before 5 years? Before I couldn't talk in front of camera, but now I'm just talking in front of camera.
See, that's some real growth.
Yeah, in school days I couldn't talk in front of camera only. That's why. Yeah. And coming to the last, so what are the three motivation things you want to say to the students that can help them to grow their mindset?
The very first is going to be dream big. Dream
Yeah.
as big as you can.
Hmm.
No matter how impractical, how much others say that's unachievable. Just don't listen to them. Dream big, as big as you can. That's one. Second, have faith in yourself. No matter how how much of lowly position you are in your life or things are not working out, but still always have faith that whenever the time comes, the wheel is going to roll out. That. And third, never stop investing in yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Always keep,
Upscaling is the key to success.
yes, always keep pouring in, learning new skills. And I feel today's youth, they are very much, indulged in show offs and
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media. And that's
I
not
can tell you one thing. It's because of that reels. That
feels
in reels there are show off of cameras and all.
mindless scrolling, no? That
Yeah, yeah,
that's not a good utilization of your time at all.
yeah, yeah,
There is also good side of social media. So if there are those reels which are of no use to you and you're not getting to learn something out of it, there is also a not interested button in that. So you
yeah, yeah,
click on that and only be interested in the content online which actually fuels your growth.
yeah, yeah. So thank you, Pawandeep, for giving us
Thank
the great question answers to these questions, and you have laid out the star method and how to solve the problem solving skills using your storytelling methods, and you gave the great approach of how to handle the weakness and strengths and coming to the how to give the introduction about yourself. So thank you for being a guest in our podcast.
Thanks to you all. Thanks to you, Pratyasha, for making this happen. And I really enjoyed this conversation. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope people watching it gain some
yeah, yeah,
insight out of it. And even if it makes a little impact, that's going to be what.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratyasha. God bless you. It was
Yeah,
great talking to you. Please stay
yeah,
tuned.
you too. Yeah, definitely.